someday. Take me to New York, I'd love to see LA. I really want to come kick it with you. You'll be my American boy. Hey sister, it's really nice to meet ya. I just met this 5'7" guy, so just my type. I like the way you speak him, his confidence is speaking. Don't like his baggy jeans, but I'ma like what's underneath it. No, I've been to MIA. I heard that it never rains and New York hearts are waves. First, let's see the West End. I show you to my brethren. I like in this American boy, American. Take me on a trip, I'd like to go someday. Take me to New York, I'd love to see LA. I really want to come kick it with you. You'll be my American boy. Can we get away this weekend? Take me to Broadway. Let's go shopping, baby, then we'll go to a cafe. Let's go on the subway. Take me to your hood. I've never been to Brooklyn, but I like to see what's new. Dress in all your fancy clothes. Sneakers looking fresh to death. I'm loving those shell toes. Walk in that world, don't that sneak tongue. Like in this American boy, American. Take me on a trip, I'd like to go someday. Take me to New York, I'd love to see LA. I really want to come kick it with you. You'll be my American boy, American. Yeah.
Present Your Startup was voor mij het antwoord op de vele gesprekken die ik had met ondernemers met fantastische ideeën, innovatieve ideeën. En dan zeiden, ja, ik weet niet hoe ik aan financiering moet komen. En altijd fan geweest van Dragon's Den en Shark Tank. Crowdfunding was in 2014 net wel een beetje een opkomst. Dus ik dacht, als je daar nou een mooie combinatie van maakt, ja, dan zou er iets heel moois kunnen ontstaan. En kunnen wellicht die ondernemers wel die financier vinden. Nou ja, ik wilde heel graag Rabobank, mijn favoriete bank, als partner. Dus ik heb een verzoek ingestuurd van, zouden jullie partner willen worden? En toen zat Alex aan de andere kant van de tafel.
Ambities waren wel echt heel erg hoog. Dus we hadden zoiets van, nou, stel nou dat je daar de helft van realiseert, dat zou al fantastisch zijn. De ambities die toen zijn uitgesproken, ja, die zijn echt ruimschoots gehaald. En elke keer is er weer wat nieuws gekomen en ook af en toe van die momenten, ik dacht van ja, dag Valerie. New York, Haarlem en ja, maar goed, het is allemaal wel gebeurd.
En nu vrijdag zijn we gelijk naar de regiofinale gegaan. Ik had nog niemand van de start-ups gezien. Ja, dat was hectisch.
Het was natuurlijk hier in Haarlem een enorm succes. En toen hadden we zoiets van, hé, dat moet de regio in. Daar moeten meer gemeentes moeten dat succes ook gaan ondervinden. Dus toen, nou, die plannenmakerij was even heftig, intensief, maar met succes. We zijn enorm trots op dat Present Your Startup in onze gemeente actief is. Het start-up ecosysteem, zoals het zo mooi heet, is enorm gegroeid. En daar heeft Valerie met het hele team natuurlijk enorm hard aan gewerkt om dat op te bouwen. Allerlei nieuwe contacten in Haarlem zelf, in de regio en zelfs internationaal. Dus ja, heel mooi.
Ja, Curaçao is te gek. Het lijkt heel veel op wat we in Nederland doen. Het enige verschil is dat het daar het eerste acceleratieprogramma is. Dat start-ups toegang geeft tot financiering.
En tenslotte, ja, voor mij is een hoogtepunt dat ik niet meer alleen ben. Dus dat ik inmiddels een team heb en dat er meer mensen in geloven. En het leuk vinden om een bijdrage aan te leveren aan het programma van Present Your Startup.
Goedenavond allemaal. Present your startup. Ik kom er niet vandaan, maar toch wil ik shit droppen, omdat dit mijn stad is nu. Noem me maar importmug, stad van de muggenplaag, vlak aan het Spaarne. 12:45, kenners zullen het beamen. Hier eet ik mijn broodje, drink ik mijn jopen. Vlak aan het strandkeert, je kan er bijna lopen. En als er een feest op de Dam in Amsterdam is, ben ik eerder aanwezig dan de meeste Amsterdammers. Hier wordt ABN gepraat, deel het met mensen mee. Hier wordt echt geld gemaakt, vraag Johan Enschede. Anthony Fokker liet je zien hoe je fly kan zijn. Net als Willy Wortel je laat zien hoe je high kan zijn. Ik bos die finalize, los in een jam sessie. Yeah baby, elke dag een band ready. Kerel, dit is mijn stad, ik wil dat je die shizzle weet. Ik bezing Haarlem, ik bezing Haarlem. Van de Hout tot de Kenaupark. Virgin Islands to New York, van Schalkwijk tot de Nieuwe Gracht. Dit is mijn stad, Haarlem, dubbel A. Stad van de muggenplaag, Haarlem, dubbel A. Hier is waar mijn kussen slapen. Present your startup. 5 toffe pitches, jonge ondernemers op zoek naar investeerders. Mensen met een visie zijn ervan doordrongen. Elke multinational is als start-up begonnen. Creativiteit, masterplan, dadendrang, financiële boost en pjoe, daar ga je dan. En de hele wereld kan dit nu live zien. Dus show people home, wave at the livestream. Hier is de vibe goed, vandaar dat ik lyrics maak, geschiedenis geschreven. K-nou, Ripperda, Frans Hals, Tyler, Pimmelier, Bijnes. Haal at your boy kid, dan geef ik je bijles. Eerste voetbalclub, eerste treinspoor. Waar je naar de stalker moet, dan wil je tot het eind door. Kerel, dit is mijn stad, ik wil dat je die shizzle weet. Ik bezing Haarlem, ik bezing Haarlem. Van de Hout tot het Kenaupark. Virgin Islands to New York. Schalkwijk tot de Nieuwe Gracht. Dit is mijn stad, Haarlem dubbel A. Stad van de muggenplaag, Haarlem dubbel A. Hier is waar mijn kussen slapen. Present your stad. welkom, hier zo in. Haarlem, dubbel A. Stad van de muggenplaag. Haarlem, dubbel A. Haarlem, dubbel A. Stad van de muggenplaag. Haarlem, dubbel A. Hier is waar mijn kussen slapen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the finals of Present Your Startup Global 2018. Your hosts for tonight are Nicholas Morgan and John Sandyford.
Passion. Passion is a word that I've heard a lot about. Passion for work, passion for family, passion for people around us. What does this word actually mean? Passion comes from the Latin word patior. And patior stands for pain, to suffer. So there's some irony in here. It means that we have to suffer to find our passion, that we have to feel the pain, to be overwhelmed by emotion, to feel that passionate about something. What we'll see tonight is we'll see a lot of passion, a lot of variety of passion. But these people have combined it with a purpose, something that's bigger than themselves. And when passion and purpose meet, magic happens. But they didn't stop there. We all have had ideas, and they've been million-dollar ideas, I'm sure. Uber was invented before Uber. YouTube was invented before YouTube. But these people took their purpose, took their passion, and they made it into action. And when action meets traction, we have an investment pitch. So, we have a bunch of startups tonight that have found a passion, found a purpose, something they want to achieve. They've met two extra components of action and traction, and now they're going to pitch tonight, and they need your help to move to the next stage of their life cycle. So tonight, let's get inspired. Let's enjoy, and ultimately, maybe even, let's be a little crazy and get in on the action.
The beauty of global challenges is that they need global solutions, executed by world citizens. And we just happen to have a few of them here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Global Present Your Startup Finals 2018. My name is John.
And my name is Nicholas, and tonight we'll be your hosts. And we've lined up a beautiful show for you tonight. We're going to keep it short, we're going to keep it snappy, and it's all for you and for the startups. So, before we go into all the details of the startups, we're going to have 5 beautiful pitches. With these 5 pitches, there are 2 prizes for tonight. One is you, the Public Choice Award, which is not just people in the room here, but also the people at home on the live streams. Second, we'll have the Jury Award. And of course, the Jury Award is the most important award of tonight, and therefore we have some experts in the room. So I'd like to ask John to walk down to the jury and give us a little introduction of who will be here tonight in the jury.
Good evening. We have Mr. Andre Curiel from the Caribbean Career Center. Round of applause, please. You may stand, you may stand. We have Mr. Bas Berends, the co-founder of WeTransfer. We have Mrs. Anouk Bikkel, Amsterdam Capital Week. We have Mr. Jan Veenstra of the Rabobank. And we also have Miss Rikst. I'm getting it right? All right. Herkslot. Next, okay, almost. Next, Women NL. And last but not least, Mr. Hans Hogeveen of NL 2025 and Advisory Board. Would any of the judges like to say a few words on what they expect of this evening?
Well, I've been involved in this process in early stages, and I've seen a lot of pitches, and through the whole rank, a lot of startups didn't make it. But what I really hope for is that every pitch they grow and they become better. And I'm really excited to see what they make out of this. And the second part is it is a part of a kind of accelerated program. So do they also accelerate in the presentations as well? That's what I'm hoping to see.
Great, thank you. Mr. Hans is looking for growth in the startups. Well, I've seen some of the pre-pitches tonight, so I think it's going to be a good one. Thank you.
All right, Hans, we're going to start the show, but before we do that, everybody needs to know that you can vote tonight as well. There's a website. It's called fundyourstartup.nl. I'm happy the screen behind me is displaying it a wee bit easier than I am. Just type in this in your URL, go there, you'll be able to vote for the startup you prefer, but also, more importantly, connect with them. Now, we're not looking for your pockets, well, at least not all of you. We're looking to connect these people with the right next step. So if you have network, if you have ideas, if you have feedback, pop it in there. That's the best way we can collect it. And of course, tonight we will be asking you if you have deep pockets that you want to share with these startups. A show like this is worthless without good music. So, tonight, I want to ask you once again to give it up for the band that we have, which is Maestro Michael and the Einzelgang.
Zijn flow.
En check hoe ik de lat weer hoog leg, de flow.
Zijn flow.
Mijn flow is nooit weg. Misschien snap je het als ik het zo zeg, de flow.
Zijn flow.
Mijn flow is nooit weg. En check hoe ik de lat weer hoog leg, de flow.
Zijn flow.
Mijn flow is nooit weg.
On to the pitching. So, the first startup of tonight. They're changing the way the most popular game in Europe is being played right now, on any levels. Please help me to welcome to stage Thomas and Jeroen from Scheidshuren.
Yes, yes, you're rocking with the best, dat weet je best. Yes, yes, we schieten in de roos, niet in de stress. Yes, yes, we lopen in de pas, niet in het mes. Bij de tijd, bij de pinken, bij de hand en bij de les. Yes, yes, you're rocking with the best, dat weet je best. Yes, yes, we schieten in de roos, niet in de stress. Yes, yes, we lopen in de pas, niet in het mes. Bij de tijd, bij de pinken, bij de hand en bij de les. Yes, yes.
Yeah, die zit daar. All right, gentlemen, welcome. So, soccer, football. Do you play it as well?
Yes. Is this working? Yes. Okay. Perfect. Hello, everybody. We play both play football, and that has been, of course, a big reason why we started this company. We experienced a lot that we didn't have a referee on the field, or a substitute player has to do that. So that's why we started this 4 years ago. But my partner Thomas is going to tell a lot more about it in his speech. So take notes and
Perfect.
take attention.
Thank you.
But this is a referee platform, yeah? Are you refs yourselves?
I certainly am. I didn't really like it, but I had to do it at the beginning of our startup. But I'm so happy I can book one now.
In that case, take the stage and have fun. Give them a round of applause.
My name is Thomas, and I'm co-founder of Scheidshuren.nl. Now, our company is already in full swing. Divided over more than 750 clubs in the Netherlands, we have managed to provide over 10,000 matches with a referee. And we're ready for the next step. We're ready to help the rest of the football world with their referee problem. Because did you know that 95% of all amateur matches do not have a referee, that is very sad. It of course leads to partiality, because think about it, no one likes it when one of the opponents is also your referee. So we came up with a simple solution. On our website, you can easily book a referee for just 50 euros. And we will then match the referee based on skill level, reviews, and distance. For every booking made, we have a margin of 20 euros, which makes it a strong business case. And with this in mind, we continue to focus on scalability. So we started to create a scalable application, a mobile app, a mobile platform. This will not only automate our current way of working, but it will also enable us to expand to other sports like hockey, other services like trainers and coaches, and of course, other countries. Because trust me, the Netherlands is just the start. We carefully analyzed our closest neighbors. We looked at Germany, the UK, Belgium, and France, and they're all coping with the same problem. I do need your help a little bit tonight, because we found out that scheidsuren is very hard to pronounce for the French. So if you have any ideas, please let us know. I also want to show you where we come from, because we started already in 2014. And with a revenue of 15,000 euros, we managed to grow year by reinvesting our profits. And that's resulting in the 85,000 euros we're making today. And tonight, we're on the verge of the next big step in our company. And we are handing you the opportunity to join us for 175,000 euros that we will use to further develop our application, to grow to other services, and for many cups of coffee to keep the management team up and running. And you will be joining 3 equal shareholders. You already met Jeroen. He handles all of our operations, and he's a real people's manager. And we have Robert, who you probably meet later tonight, and he's our technical hero, and he ironically doesn't even like soccer. I think he doesn't even know what's offside, but okay. He keeps us sharp. And we have myself, and I'm all about sales. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the biggest sport in the world, with more than 300 million players on a weekly basis. Let's give him a referee. My name is Thomas, we are scheidsuren, and we will build the Uber of sport. Thank you.
I'm not sure they're stopping. Well done.
Thank you very much.
The applause says it all. All right, John, a couple of questions from the jury first.
Who are your competitors?
We have referees who rent out themselves, so individuals. And we have, of course, the KNVB, the union, the national union. They provide all the first teams in the Netherlands with a referee. That's it.
No one else?
No one else.
Wow.
Sorry. Well, thank you for your pitch. I think well done. How do you check the quality of the referee? Because I think the number, it's a number game. So how do you make sure that you have enough referees available?
So that's actually 2 questions, right? The quality first. That's a very good question, actually, because when we started, we tried to invite everyone for a one-on-one. But with 1,250 referees, that's not doable. And some people live in Texel and the other one in Limburg. So we really try to keep track of the quality. We do that to demand the KNVB relationship number, which is basically that you at least know that they're insured. And the first match, we place them at a lower level to check a review afterwards.
One more question from the jury.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Thomas, for your pitch. I think you grow your pitch. I see a lot of passion, so thank you for that. One question about scaling. So you're going to other countries. How do you get the refugees? How do you get them? What is your connection to them in other countries?
A good question. Well, the way we did this in the Netherlands is we found out, and this is something we didn't really investigate yet in other countries, but what we found out in the Netherlands is it's a very tight community. So if one referee finds out about our platform and he talks with the other referees at one football club, it goes very, very quickly.
Thomas, thanks for your pitch. I had a question for another corner. In the past, I've been a coach of several teams, and from within the clubs, the soccer clubs as well, we faced this problem. So I know there is a market.
It's good.
Another part of the problem is, where do you get the funds from the clubs?
Yes.
To finance? Who's paying the ferryman?
Yeah, okay. We have two main, like 80% of our bookings are two different bookers. One is the teams themselves. So then the individual pays a few euros to get the full funding together. The other one is the club, and I totally acknowledge that there's a money problem there. But what we've experienced is that many clubs, they raise their yearly contribution of all the people who play at that club, and in this way they can fill up the gaps with our platform.
Great. Is there anyone in the crowd that would like to ask a question? I'll be getting some good exercise tonight.
Hey guys, good pitch. So Airbnb has apartments that completely get wasted. Ubers do have accidents. You got referees on the field. So we've seen quite a few assaults on the field of referees. Are you insured for that? How you deal with that?
So I didn't totally get the question. Can you repeat?
So if you have a referee on the field that is being booked by you, so it's on the field, and let's say some parents, and they are most likely there, or you're in amateur football. We've recently seen last weekend that a match went wild.
Yes.
How do you secure the referee, and if something happens, how do you insure it? Are you insured for any liabilities?
Yeah, good question. So we demand that the referee who subscribes on our platform, he has to be a member of the KNVB, and automatically you're insured when you have that. So every player, every referee, every member of the KNVB within the lines of the football club is insured.
Thank you.
Any more, John?
Nope, we have to keep it moving.
Okay, we're keeping it moving. Well done. And can I get one more round of applause for both Thomas and Jeroen? Yeah.
Goed gedaan, jongens.
Good questions. And this was only the first pitch. Well done. All right, second pitch. We're moving to a pitch with, again, a completely different form of passion, but very passionate, to actually make the plastic in our world work for us. Please welcome to the stage Sabine from Green Phoenix.
Ik heb de skills, baby, ik heb de feel, baby. Ik heb de mood, baby, ik heb de groove, baby. Ik heb daar de drang. Ik heb daar de drang. Ik heb de skills, baby, ik heb de feel, baby. Ik heb de mood, baby, ik heb de groove, baby. Ik heb daar de drang. Ik heb daar de drang.
All right, Sabina, all the way from Curaçao. A birdie told me that you're wearing something special tonight.
Yes, that's true.
Please, tell us more.
Well, I'm wearing this beautiful dress made by Dress Code 010, and it's made from PET bottles, so plastic bottles.
Plastic bottles made that dress.
Now, I'm always surprised how plastic can look that slick. Green Phoenix. I've seen your logo. I've never seen a turtle so funky. What's up with Green Phoenix?
Well, Green Phoenix actually was born out of sea turtle conservation Curaçao, because that's the organization I applied for in Present Your Startup, but that's an NGO, and we're already doing really well. But the struggle we have is with the funding, and that's why I applied. But it makes more sense to also have a company next to it that can provide funding for sea turtle conservation Curaçao, and that's why I decided to fund Green Phoenix.
A turtle with wings. Perfect.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Born
Good
out
luck
of the waste plastic.
and enjoy.
Thank you. If we don't change anything now, our oceans will have more plastic in the sea than fish by 2050. Most people don't realize that only 14% of the plastic that we use is being recycled. That means 86% goes to waste and might end up as pollution. The core of this global problem is that we live in a linear economy in which products become waste at the end of their life cycle, overthrowing our Earth with pollution. Virgin plastic is pretty cheap, and that's why it's often preferred over recycled content. And that's profitable short term, but the price we pay as a society long term is enormous. The plastic pollution has become one of the biggest challenges of our lifetime, and Green Phoenix is going to address that by promoting a circular economy. So my name is Sabine Berendsen. I'm the founder of Green Phoenix, and we promote circular systems and products in the Caribbean, and we do so with strong local and international partners. Green Phoenix offers three things: retail services for producers of waste-to-product products. We offer company sustainability assessments, and we are also a manufacturer of meaningful products. And in that, our first product will be a Phoenix bin, which basically is a colorful recycling bin made from waste plastic, ideal for hotel rooms and offices, that helps us facilitate recycling. And that's actually what all of our activities do. We reduce waste and pollution, we increase recycling, and we help companies reach their sustainable development goals. In Curaçao, I have been pretty lucky because after the finals in Curaçao, I found funders for the first step. I pitched a 3-step model, and well, the first year would be the first step, but I'm set with that. And then we were starting to think, well, this final here in the global final would be the best opportunity to make the impact that we want to make quicker. So we set up a pilot project for 2 to 3 months, where 20 passionate and talented people from the Caribbean will come to Curaçao and upgrade our production. So we will build capacity for the region. We will make waste plastic transform into meaningful products, and we will start a revolution that will go throughout the Caribbean. And to realize that, I need your help. Please go to the link on the screen and support us. You can pre-order one of our bins or support us in another way. And I'm really counting on you because we want to make impact and we need to make impact now. It's time. Our oceans are filling up with plastic and we need to change it. My name is Sabine Berendsen, and I believe circular is our only future. Thank you.
Well done. So, whilst you all open your mobile phones and go to this link, let's see if there are any questions from the jury.
Great pitch, Sabine.
Thank you.
Very good, and I totally agree that the circular economy is going to be very important and great stride. I was wondering, what is your biggest challenge to get more traction on this? And how are you going to do that? And are you alone? So 3 questions, actually.
So what is our biggest challenge at this time? Well, we found a good partner in Loyals, so we have a partner that's going to help us get the traction. I would say at first production is our main challenge, but we found a solution for that. What was the third question, sorry?
Are you alone, or do you have a team around you?
Well, on the payroll, I'm alone at this time, but I'm going to get my 20-person team, and I have a silent investor that's helping me with the financial part, because that's not my strong suit. And I, like with sea turtle conservation Curaçao, I actually have very talented people around me that help me in every way I need. So.
Great, good luck.
Sabine, I love design and I really love your logo.
Thank you.
I really like the presentation, let's say the initiative and the presentation. But I'm also curious to I mean, you're a charity, 100% charity now, right? And of course there's revenues that comes out of the products, right? But is that eventually that you want to get money out of that to maybe fund that you really recycle from what's coming on the beach? Or how do you see that in the future, let's say, the business model? Or will it be 100%?
I'm not really sure I understand your question. If you're asking me how are we making money, we already sell meaningful products.
Right.
We have sold about 11,000 products, merchandise products we made from waste plastic. These are small items. We have a pretty big tourism industry in Curaçao, and these bins, we target them for hotels. So with cooperation in the tourism industry, which we already have pretty well because we are Sea Turtle Conservation Curaçao, and well, people like sea turtles and they come to Curaçao to see sea turtles. And I think a lot of hotels especially are aiming to be more sustainable and have an image to be more sustainable because people in Europe expect that of them. And I think when we display them in the hotels, it will have a very big reach because people can also take one home or buy one with, yeah.
Great, thank you, great.
You're welcome.
Sabine,
a
great pitch.
Thank you.
And being a citizen of Curaçao, I'm mighty proud you're here and that you brought a good pitch. But I have a question. How do you promote the link between the sea turtles and the waste bins? And
the thing is, sea turtles are sentinel species, which basically means that you need to compare them to a canary in the coal mine. If sea turtles are in trouble, we are in trouble. And they are all endangered species. That should tell you enough.
Okay, thank you.
Plastic is the biggest threat to them, so it's also to us.
Sabine, thank you for your good pitch. I have actually two questions. Can you say something about the partners you are dealing with to get this up and running? And second, I can imagine that this problem is not only focused on Curaçao, but maybe a global problem. Do you have any plans to get it bigger or other areas where this problem is visible?
Well, the Waste No More project is really aimed on the Caribbean, not only on Curaçao. Precious plastic is actually the initiative that enables projects like mine around the world to do something with waste plastic. And there are several partners in Curaçao, like Green Forest, Limpy, that have expertise in-house. We have partnerships in the region already, but these are all small-scale producers. And our aim is to upgrade their production so we can actually manage these local waste streams. Because the problem is, bigger industries are not interesting for Curaçao and other islands because the economy is too small. Precious plastic is too small. So if you can find something in the middle, that's actually ideal for all the islands. So it's not just Curaçao, it's the whole Caribbean with 44 million inhabitants.
That's a lot.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the crowd? Oh.
We have somebody over here. Getting a workout, John.
Yes, indeed.
Mag ik Nederlands tegen je praten?
Ja, natuurlijk.
Ja, had je first. Ik had ooit iemand die Bardoggy presenteerde. En die werd tijdens de finale ook heel zenuwachtig. Hij heeft nu een hele grote mond. Maar ik merkte een beetje op... ik had een beetje moeite met je presentatie. Maar volgens mij heb je wel onwijze passie om dit te gaan doen. Maar er komen een paar vragen bij me op. En misschien omdat ik het niet begrijp. En ik ben ook maar een domme kaaskop. Hier komen ze. Ik had laatst gehoord dat er een heel groot vrachtschip vanuit San Francisco eruit ging. En die ging overal plastic in de grote oceanen opvangen.
Ja.
Is dat een mogelijke samenwerking?
In eerste instantie niet. Met Sea Turtle Conservation Curaçao hebben we al 80.000 gallon plastic van de stranden afgehaald. En daar hebben we gedeeltelijk wat mee gedaan door er sculptuurtjes van te maken die we verkopen aan toeristen. En dat is leuk, maar dat is heel moeilijk omdat het verschillende soorten plastic gemixt zijn. En het gaat dus, maar omdat het zo lastig is het niet de eerste stap die je zou zetten. Omdat het dus allemaal gemixt is, al in zeewater is geweest met UV-straling. Dus we nemen echt het afval dat op Curaçao verzameld wordt. Greenforce verzamelt 35.000 kilo plastic per maand. En dat wordt gescheiden en wij kunnen dat gescheiden afnemen van hun en daar dan nieuwe dingen mee maken.
Helder, maar dat is eventueel het schaalbare model.
Sorry?
Het schaalbare model, dat zou in de toekomst kunnen eventueel.
Nou, dat kan dit jaar.
Ah, top. Hey, en het maken van die producten, hoe ziet dat eruit? Want als ik dan naar de Antillen kijk, denk ik, nou, dat is een beperkte omgeving. Waar laat je het maken en door wie laat je het maken en wat zijn de marges dan?
We hebben 2 potentiële workshops waar we in zouden kunnen gaan. Dat hangt een beetje van af hoe het vanavond gaat en deze week. Omdat als je 20 mensen moet huisvesten, dan heb je een iets grotere ruimte nodig. En daar hebben we een optie op. En ja, we hebben gewoon een goede grote loods nodig waar wat machines in passen.
Sorry.
Kom maar anders even zoeken
interrupt, but we have many international guests here today, and they wouldn't be able to follow these interesting questions and answers. So please remain in English.
Nou, vooruit. So what is the exact amount that you need? Okay, we're almost done with 2018. So 2019, 2020. So if you would look at your passion,
yes.
Ideally, are you pitching the right amount, or what is it ideally what you would like to see running into your account?
Well, ideally, well, basically, I should just say I want $300,000 right now, so I can scale to the Caribbean with the pilot. And then after the pilot, I can decide which of the machines would work in the other islands, because each island is a little bit different, so I would prefer to answer that question in half a year.
All right, thank you. We can still take another question from the crowd.
Any more questions?
Ja. Hier achter in de zaal, ik zie hier binnenkomen welke vragen er zijn en of mensen contacten hebben of ze geïnteresseerd zijn om te investeren. En bij scheidshuren zijn een aantal mensen die willen verder praten. Dus dat is in ieder geval leuk om te vertellen.
Very good.
Nice.
Bij Sabine kan je dat nu nog doen. Dus ga vooral naar fundyourstartup.nl en vul het in.
Question, please.
Hi, thanks first of all for the presentation. Regarding your funding, I was interested, why is it not more charity focused? And now it's more focused at funding from investors.
Because I have my first investors already from Curaçao. And I'm not sure how it goes here, but if you have investors ready, they're not always necessarily interested in having more people around the table. So I think I'm pretty happy with the investors I have at this moment. So maybe in half a year, we might be open for discussions to scale it more. But for now, it's good.
Okay,
yeah.
Thanks.
All right, let's give Sabine
Thank
a round
you.
of applause. Please come.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Good questions. And we're also part of the academy. And actually, one of the things we teach them is don't ask for funding when you don't need it. Only ask for money when you need money. even though it looks funny on your bank account. All right, 2 pitches down. One more, we'll have a small break, so you guys can put this into action and talk to Scheidshuren as well as Green Phoenix. The next startup that I'm going to announce now is actually a startup that has a very peculiar passion that I've never felt myself. But what they're trying to do is make your choice of finding the right household companion, but also maintaining that companion in the best way possible. Please welcome to stage Joris and Suzanne.
Yes, yes, je rocken with de beste, weet je best. Yes, yes, we schieten in de roos, niet in de stress. Yes, yes, we lopen in de pas, niet in het mes. Bij de tijd, bij de pinken, bij de handen, bij de les. Yes, yes, je rocken with de beste, weet je best. Yes, yes, we schieten in de roos, niet in de stress. Yes, yes, we lopen in de pas, niet in het mes. Bij de tijd, bij de pinken, bij de handen, bij de les. Yes, yes.
All right. Bazooki.
Yeah, bazooki.
Very interesting. So please tell me, where did this name come from?
When we started to build our company, we wanted a name that expresses what our company does, which is matching people with pets. So in Dutch, baas zoekt dier, bazooki.
Bazooki, so it's nothing to do with the...
It's nothing to do with...
No.
I never know. You're not a pet guy. You don't look like a pet guy.
Really? Well, actually I am, and I can tell you something funny. Do you want to hear it? Do you know who doesn't look like an animal lover as well, but really loves animals?
Trump.
Vladimir Putin. Really, he got a black Labrador and he really loves him, so don't just people on his presence.
Okay, well, I'm sure you're going to tell us more about pets and Putin. Good luck.
Thanks.
Give him a round of applause.
I'm living in a world where I feel that safe online that I rent a house or take a cab by a complete stranger. So that's why when I decided to search for a pet, I immediately went to the internet. And there all the trouble began. After a while, it seemed that Marktplaats was my only option. I had to search my new family member on a platform that actually is built to sell stuff. We're Bazooki, and we identified 3 problems with the online search for a new pet. There isn't a central platform, so new pet owners are forced to go to Marktplaats, a non-regulated platform. The chance that you buy an unhealthy and abused animal from a maleficent breeder is more than 30% and could cost new pet owners more than 5,000 euros on a lifetime on their pet. And after owners finally find their new body, everything they need, information, insurance, and pet food cannot be found in the same environment as where they bought their pet. Bazooki facilitates the perfect match between humans and healthy pets, and we give responsible breeders to take stage both on animal welfare and health. Our product checks breeders with unique checks and assessment criteria. We have an official health certificate that is checked and accepted by vets in cooperation with Utrecht University. And we support new pet owners during the lifetime of their new pet. The online pet market has been sleeping for over 15 years, and we have the opportunity to break open this market, and not only in the Netherlands. We're first in a market that checks all the supply. We have the exclusive right on the health certificate, and we partner the biggest on- and offline retailer in pet food in Holland, and they will link their 3 million unique customers yearly directly to Bazooki. Our scalability is two-sided. We will expand to all services within the sector, and we will cross the borders in 2022 because all other countries in Europe are facing this problem as well. There are 500,000 cats and dogs yearly trade online, and we aim to have a 10% market share in 2021. And to get a 10% market share, we start to onboard the breeder side. And there are 10,000 plus breeders in Holland. We contacted the 50 biggest. We have the commitment of 15. They're good for around 5,000 dogs a year. And we start the first onboarding as we speak. Our business model is structured by 3 cash flows. First, we ask a fixed price. Secondly, we're getting an allowance fee on each insurance with the health certificate. And finally, we're getting a commission fee on each transaction on pet food and accessories. I'm Joris. I worked at Deliveroo, and I will focus on the sales of this business. And my co-founder, Susanne, worked at the United Nations and Startup Delta. She will drive the impact focus of this business. And our CTO, partner of Vonk Amsterdam, Niels. Oh. We've invested 35,000 euros for validation and a pilot product, and we will give you all the opportunity to become part of this breaking market product. I'm Joris, and we are Bazooki. Thank you.
Well done. All right, Bazooki. First questions, jury.
Going once.
Yes, thank you for your pitch. Can you give me some revenue numbers for the first 3 years?
Yes, we can. Yes, I can. It's around a million in second year, and our third year, when we have a 10% market share, is around 2.5 million revenue. And we can grow because we will expand to all services. This is only the revenue on the 3 basis services because we want to provide good health and health in the whole lifetime of their pet. But we can go to grooming salons, we can go to vets, we can go to training schools, we can go to every service what you need to keep your pet. So it's only based on these 3 basic cash flows.
So I have a question. How is it? It's focused on the breeders, right? Like because they are the ones that have to be on your website.
Yeah.
I see a trend around me that everybody wants to have a dog from Spain that comes out of the gutter or somewhere. How is the trend going with that? I mean, with the growing and scalability possibilities.
Sorry, the last?
The scalability of the
scalability.
Yeah.
Scalability is huge. A strange thing is that this, in all other countries, isn't a product like this, and but they're facing the same problem as here in Holland. So yeah, we want to scale immediately when we can. And Benelux is first because it's like one market. And after that, we will go to Germany. It's around 4 times the market of Holland. So yeah, we go there when we can, as quick as we can.
Nice, nice, thank you.
Thank you.
I have 2 questions for you.
Okay.
Is your certificate relevant throughout Europe? Is it the same in every country? That's the first. And
sorry?
The certificate you
Yeah.
have, the health certificate,
Yeah.
is that valid in all European countries?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Okay, and then my second question, in your revenue streams, the first one you said it was 15 euros per dog and 7.50 per cat.
Yeah.
Where's that revenue coming from? Who's paying that?
The supplier and the buyer. So it's like for the supplier, they're paying when they make an advertisement or put an advertisement on our platform, and it's just like the same, like Airbnb for the buyer.
Thank you, Joris, for your pitch.
Thanks.
Can you explain a little bit more about the exclusivity of the certificates? I don't understand. You get it from the University of Utrecht?
Yes.
And how does it work? Because if I want to start Bazooki too, can I get...
Good question. But I think it's the best way that I pass this one to my co-founder. Because
No, thank you. What we're doing is we spoke to the most important pet or vet in the Netherlands, which is Paul Overgaal, and he has made this health certificate. But it's not to us to decide what's a pet's health. That has to be done by 2 professors. So that's what we're doing. We're making an independent certificate, or Paul Overgaal makes an independent certificate that is watched by 2 professors from the only veterinary faculty in the Netherlands. And we will have the exclusive right on that certificate. So they cannot sell it accompanied to, for example, Marktplaats.
Any questions in the audience? Hans? You're the jury member. You're first.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for that opportunity. You are talking about that the first investment is needed for an MVP.
Yeah.
Can you say something about your first steps to get traction, real traction in the business? What is your plan to have a test market, or how do you get this innovative product into the minds of dog buyers?
Yeah. We have a test market. We have. We're going to do a pilot, and for this pilot we need to supply. And I think it's. I don't know if you say it the same in English, but it's like kip-ei verhaal.
Chicken or egg.
So we need supply, and that's why we went to the 15 biggest suppliers of dogs. And they actually see a lot of problems as well in this market. And they say, okay, if we can go verkopen op transparante basis, then we're in. Sorry guys. Suus? Oh, yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
Thank
we
you.
have a couple of ways more, but.
Well, I have a question here.
Shall I hold it? Yes. Yep, there. Thank you very much for your presentation. I was just wondering, again, about this health certificate you're talking about.
Yeah.
What is the difference between your certificate and the advice that an owner of a pet would get when he would take his dog or cat to the vet?
So it's like the difference between the current situation and our certificate, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
The current situation is most of the time the parents of the puppy are checked by the vet if you are a good breeder. Not all the breeders do that. And what our certificate makes different is that we look at the actually puppy. So we check, because if your mother dog doesn't have the disease, doesn't mean that she carries the disease with it, but can still make your puppy very sick. And this is of course something that is I've learned from the vets that we're working with. But what we do differently is that we look at the puppy, we see if it's having the disease, and then we can say something about the whole population. So it's a kind of a different view to pets' health. That's different from the current situation.
Thank you.
Thank you. See,
somebody
I
here.
have one more question.
Thanks for your presentation. Nowadays, people buy dogs and cats, and they don't do it only through Marktplaats. What is the problem, the real problem?
You get into your house, because there isn't any transparency. There are a lot of maleficent breeders, and what we are doing, and I think that's with the RPO,